Come on, later.
I beg of you.
Actually, that's fine.
I'm going to add Stu. The three of
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Or he's declining, but yeah.
I've paused, that's all.
His brain is frozen. Yeah.
You want me to take your pizza?
I just do. Yeah, Dave Reed with Sailing Rope. Good to see you again.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Yeah, you've done these enough. So I'm gonna hold it up to my millennial. You guys don't look tired though. That's the problem. Like,
I've just
Stu's
woken
been
up.
sleeping past 3 hours. Yeah, that's good.
nice. Well done. You guys happy with the result?
Ecstatic, yeah.
Come on, a little enthusiasm now.
Yeah.
So going into it for I guess, both of you guys, how did you anticipate this thing to play out, and did it play out as you expected?
It was actually quite funny that all the forecasts leading up to this race had us doing a jib reach basically the whole way, and then it transpired on the day of the start that it was going to be a downwind race. So fortunately we caught a couple of spinnakers for that scenario, but it was actually really quite a tricky race in the end. It was really hard on gear. There were a lot of boats, I think, that sustained some damage, ourselves included, but we managed to get through it all right and keep it all in one piece. Obviously the crew did a great job in, by and large, keeping it all together and pushing the boat hard. So yeah, very happy.
As hard as you'd like, or could you always? I know you like to push hard. Could you push a little harder?
This is a question actually that Collin should answer, being the man in charge of looking after the boat.
No, I mean, the team knows the drill, and we know when to push hard. And since Sunday morning when we said, all right, this is it, we're in it, and everyone's on deck and no one's sleeping, and we push hard, and that's where we were. So hopefully the result goes the way we want it to, and I think we left more or less everything else in the course.
Yeah. How about can you break down the stages of the race, the tricky ones, and did it do what it was supposed to do? Was it getting through the stream, getting along? You guys looked like you went mainly west, right? If I remember in the track. West of Rome? Teamwork?
Yeah, we worked essentially a western strategy, I guess, if you like, sort of hoping it would play out the way it did in the last part of the race, with a big shift coming back to the right. It was a bit of separation there between the boats, which is always a little nerve-wracking at times, but we have faith in the guys that made the decisions, Lou and Richard, and we came screaming in from the western corner, and as Collin said, the guys pushed really hard. We had everyone on deck, and that sort of last third of the race, we just had everyone up just pushing really, really hard to get the most out of the boat.
Would you know, I mean, that sort of the full no watch on deck, pushing hard, would you do that again? I mean, or you feel like you were close enough to just keep pushing?
I think we keep pushing again and again. We've kind of got the mentality that, we know how far we can push and how hard we can push, and Stu's quite good at recognizing when that time needs to be, and the guys obviously are all buying into the team mentality, and at the end of the day, if that's the call, everyone's going to push for it.
Yeah, I'd add that, there's no point arriving at the finish line thinking, we could have put a bit more effort in than we did. My major concern when we made the call to really start pushing was when you had like 3 hours of motoring and work to do to get back to the dock after the finish. It was like, you've got to make sure there's a couple of people that could actually still be awake enough to do that.
And how about the sail? Let's talk a little bit on the inventory. I know you've got your hands in there. How did you prep the sail inventory for this race? What was some secret weapons in there? And
no secret weapons. It's just the Warrior One team over the last couple of years has done an awesome job at developing the inventory all round, from upwind, reaching, and downwind. And it was when we left the dock on the morning of the race, it could have been a bit of anything, and we had ourselves covered for everything. And as it turned out the downwind scenario, we had ourselves covered for that. If it had been a reaching race, we would have felt very comfortable doing that too. So, we just, as I say, the team's done a really nice job over the last couple of years in developing the sail inventory and how we sail the boat to get the most out of it.
And you did lose one spinnaker, I understand. Was that a key somewhere in the in the 2 department? What was the sale that you lost, I guess, and how did that impact? What followed?
Yeah, we broke an A2. There were a lot of A2 conditions, but having said that, we were covered either side of it. So yes, in A2 conditions we were missing a little bit, but we had good coverage either side.
And the final 24-hour maneuvers and everything go clean?
It's great. Yeah, we did quite a bit of driving towards the end, and this team's done a really nice job training over the years and put a lot of time in, and so everyone knows their positions, and does their job quite well. And hope the result follows.
I know it's impossible to sort of pinpoint one key moment that sort of led to the win, but can you think back and was there one right decision or one smart decision?
Anything that stands out for you?
Not necessarily one smart decision. I think it's a lot of very smart, small decisions is really what it comes down to. Chris Lewis, our navigator, does a fantastic job kind of giving us the information we need, and Richard and Stu do a very nice job, as well as the entire team, really looking at that information and putting it all together and making sure that the right decisions are made given what we know.
I reckon one key point was just, as Colin alluded to earlier, that when we went like full court press from the last morning, we had everyone on deck. We knew that we were getting 100% of potential performance out of the boat, and we watched the tracker religiously over that last day, and that really made a difference. Just having everyone on deck pushing the boat for that last one.
In a personal moment there for you, I mean, I know you got a lot of miles, and but in your probably a little bit tired at the moment, but is there one sort of thing that stands out of this pretty quick race?
It was pretty cool to do a downwind race to the Bermuda.
It's first. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was cool.
And how about you?
I think, kind of looking back towards 2020 when we tried this race, it obviously getting canceled and coming back and doing it all over again, and what we did all our homework for before and putting the whole thing together. I think the whole thing is just, it's pretty nice to finally come in and check that one off, that we've done our homework, and we're happy to be here 2 years later. And I don't think it's one necessarily moment, but just kind of closeout of the race for us. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a cool. A couple of years of preparation have gone into this. More than 2 years.
Done, yeah. All right, cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Cool.
And,
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Nice one.
Good relax, get some sleep.
Thank you. As always. Cheers.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah. We'll see you around. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Big bar.
I'm not sure we can leave for that.